Hello, welcome and welcome back to the channel. This is Amrita, aka the coffee chapter. So, this is the first video of my channel, and I'm really excited for this new beginning as I love books. I read books, not a lot, but yeah, a decent amount of books in a year. So, let's begin the journey of my book reading. In the past few months, I haven't read much books, especially in the last 2 months, but I have brought a lot of books. So, as you can see, the title, which is written, the book haul. So, let's begin with the book haul. I have bought like few books from the Amazon and few books from the book fair that happened in my city. So, let's begin. I'm really excited to show the books that I've brought. So, this is the first parcel. I've already opened it. So, this is the parcel, and I have brought 3 books into it. The first one is the Babel. So this is the book by R.F. Kuang, and it is the, I don't know much about the book, to be very honest, but I have heard a lot about the book. It is like some fiction which has been there, and it is my first R.F. Kuang book. So I'm really looking forward to read this one. I heard a lot about the book in the on the book talk or on the bookstagram. So this is the first book that I really wanted to show. I have one more book. Okay, this is the second book of the author that I have brought. This is Crime and Punishment, Fyodor Dostoevsky. I've read its first book, White Nights. Really loved it. We'll talk about it some other day. I'll talk about it in the other video. So this is the Crime and Punishment that I've brought, and the book is basically about committing a murder was only the beginning of the Raskolnikov. Now he must deal with his guilt and the pursuit of justice before descent into madness and despair. A gripping tale of murder, guilt, and redemption. Crime and Punishment explores the darkest corners of the human psyche. So I'm really excited to read this book. When I will read, I don't know, but I have brought. I still have, this is my bookshelf. You can see, you cannot see the upper one. So this is the bookshelf that I have. And the lower books are of my sister. She's a physics student, so that's her books. Above it, all mine. Okay, so the next book from this one is I Want to Die, but I Still Want to Eat Tteokbokki. The first book of this one, I read it in last year, I suppose, the first part. And to be very honest, while reading the book, I was really not happy. I was like frustrated, I would say. I was frustrated. I really wanted to pull out my hairs. I was that frustrated. So this is basically a book by the Big Soho. As we know, she passed away a few months back. And I bought the second book before her passing only. So I was like, for the entire year, I was contemplating whether I have to read the next book or not, because I was that frustrated. I didn't want, my blood was boiling. So this is basically her entire journey. If you have read this book, you know the book is all about her journey with during her meeting with her psychiatrist, or okay. So this is the book is about that. So it continues the first part, in continuation of the first part. And let's open another parcel that I've brought. So to be very honest, I have 3 parcels, and to be very honest, I don't remember which one contains which book, and I actually don't remember which books because I guess I brought these books in the month of October and September. I haven't opened the parcel yet. So let's, okay, let's just put all this over here. This is the book More Days at Murasaki Bookshop. I brought its first book in the month of Feb at a book fair. There was a book fair in my city in Jaipur at Jawahar Kala Kendra that happened in the month of February this year. So I brought that book, the first book from there. And this is the second book that I've brought. So the book is about, if I wonder if this book, this is my beloved Murasaki bookshop. It's been in several part of life. This is a bookshop. My uncle says, how are you not going to look at books, right? That's Toka. Actually, I don't have set in the beloved bookshop in the Jimbocho neighborhood of the Tokyo. More days at Murasaki bookshop deepens the relationship between Takako, her uncle, and her uncle Saturo, and people in their lives. A new cast of irregulars have appeared in the shop, including an old man who wears the same ragged mouse-colored sweater, and another who collects books solely for the official stamps with the author's personal seal. So this is the second book, and I haven't read the first book yet. The lot of books that I brought last year, I haven't read them. So basically, my book collection is kind of a obsession. I'm obsessed by collecting books. Okay. This is the second book of the same parcel, The Pumpkin Spice. This book is by the Laurie Gilmore. Okay, sorry, I forgot to tell the author of this book. The author of the book is Satoshi Yagisawa. I guess I'm pronouncing it right. Satoshi Yagisawa is the author of this book, of the Days at Murasaki Bookshop. And The Pumpkin Spice, it is written by Laurie Gilmore. This is the first book of the 6-book series. I really want to buy the entire series. Again, I haven't read this one. So the book is about when Jenny's aunt gifts her the beloved Pumpkin Spice Cafe in the small town of Dream Harbor. Jenny jumps at the chance for a fresh start away from her very dull desk job. Okay, so this book is about that and the things that happens at the, like when I talk about this book, I have seen a lot of videos, the lot of book vlogs or the Bookstagram reviews or the booktube reviews of this book, and the people say it's cheesy, but I suppose book reading is a subjective choice. Some might like the book, but the problem with me is, even if I don't like the book much, I don't DNF it. Okay, I will finish the book, I will finish the entire series. I have a psychological issue, you can say that. So I'm having a black coffee, and right now it's, when I'm shooting the video, it is 4th of December and it's 8:30 p.m. and I'm having a black coffee, and today I've added some honey into it. Although I don't add anything into the black coffee, I prefer drinking black coffee as it is. I like its taste. So let's open the next parcel. I don't know which book does it contain. Oh. All right. So this book is by Franz Kafka, The Metamorphosis. I guess everyone has heard about this book. I don't know. As far as I know about this book is that the story is about a man who turns into a who lives for all its family and everyone, thinking about, I have to do this for this one, to do this for this one. But one fine day when he wakes up, that man turns into a cockroach. And how the things go on after he turns into a cockroach, okay, which is weird. So somewhere he realizes that not what he was thinking about the people, things are different than it assumes. Okay, so that's the thing all the things are about. Okay, shall I just use my scale for the books? All right, next is another parcel. I guess I should attach it only. Okay, so let's open one more parcel. To be very honest, I don't remember. Okay, Days at Turunga Cafe. I guess I brought it in October only. Okay, this is the continuation in the series of Murasaki Bookshop. Okay, so it's a continuation of that, written by Satoshi Yagisawa. The book is written by them, and it was right at a dusk, and the street was busy, full of people looking for something for dinner. As we walked down the vibrant, narrow street, the place felt both very nostalgic and very much alive. At the dead end, there was a rather old-looking building whose walls were covered in ivy, with its bungalow style, a frame roof on top, and uniformly dark brown exterior. It looked more like a cafe than a home. We opened the door with a sign Torunka Cafe and went inside. So the book is about Torunka Cafe, and yeah, I'm excited to read. I have brought one more series, and that is very important. I have one more book to show, but I will show it in the end. This book is quite special to me. This is quite special. So I'll show this book, this book at the end. I brought this book very recently in the starting of the month of November. I went to a summit, and from there I brought this book. I'll talk about this book. This is very close to me. I don't know. Okay, now I've got two more bags of the books, and these are the books that I actually brought from a book fair in Jaipur. So there was a book fair in Jaipur in the month of November, and at Jawahar Kala Kendra it happened. And from there, there is a bookshop in Jaipur that's called Jaipur Sunday Market. It's there. I got to know about them through the Instagram page, and when I saw them, saw it, and I went over and I brought few books from there, and two books from one other place, like from the same book fair but from other stall. So let's just begin with the book thing. Okay, so I have got two books from the Ali Hazelwood, and if I'll tell you the price of these two books, they both costed me 50 rupees, to be very honest. I I visited this stall twice. All the books were 50 rupees over there, and I saw Love Theoretical also. But when I went back, that book was gone. So I don't know. I couldn't get that one. So yeah, I got The Loath to Love You from Ali Hazelwood. This is the first book that I got it, and this is my first Ali Hazelwood books though. So I'm really excited to read the Ali Hazelwood books. And okay, so the book is about, I don't know, like this is a romance book, and haven't read romance book in a long. Mary and Sally and Hannah are friends like first scientists always. Though their fields of study might take them to different corners of the world, they can all agree on the universal truth. When it comes to love, science and opposites attract, and ravel makes you burn. So this book was about, I guess, about the slow burn and love and everything about the three friends who have like some concept about the love. So the last book that I read on romance was Two States. Yeah, and before that, I read 50 Shades of Grey during my masters in 2015. So yeah, I got this. Next is Love on the Brain, and I'm literally so excited. I really want to read the Love Hypothesis and Love Theoretical also, but I'll go to that bookshop, Jaipur Sunday Market. If you are in Jaipur, please visit Jaipur Sunday Market. They are on the Instagram page. They have Instagram page. We get the address from there, and they are only available on Sundays. I asked at the book fair, like, do they have like such discounts available? And they said yes, they have better discounts and better deals at their bookshop, which is only open on Sunday. So if you're in Jaipur, please go and visit. This is the second book that I've got from another bookstall. This book is The Love on the Brain by Ali Hazelwood, and the book is about if NASA offered her the lead on the neuroengineering project, a little dream come true, Mary would accept without hesitation. Duh. But the mother of modern physics never had to co-lead with Levy Ward. It seems to be a little bit, you can say, sure, Levy is attractive in a tall, dark, and piercing eyes kind of way, but Levy made his feelings towards be very clear in a grad school. Economists works best employed in their own galaxies far, far away. So it's like, love to and hate relationship, if I'm not wrong. But if I'm wrong, please forgive me for that. Now, these are the books. These are total 1, 2, if I say, count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 books I brought in 1250. 7 books in 1250 from the Jaipur Sunday Market. First book, The Silent Patient. We all know about The Silent Patient. It's written by Alex McCandless, Michelides. Okay, if I'm Michelides. Okay, and we all know as a book talks about the two people, husband and wife. The wife kills the husband and then becomes mute, and she talks about few years later. So it's a thriller. Last thriller that I read was the book of Sherlock Holmes. I read Sherlock Holmes, the last thriller book, and it's way long back, so I don't remember. But I love thrillers. I love thriller programs, murder mysteries. I love them, but I don't like horror books. Okay, so this is A Silent Patient. Next is The Norwegian Wood by Murakami. So when he hears her favorite Beatles song, Toru Watanabe recalls his first love, Noko, the girlfriend of his best friend Kizuki. Immediately, he is transported back almost 20 years to his student days in Tokyo, adrift in a world of uneasy friendship, casual sex, possession, loss, and desire, to a time when an impetuous young woman called Midori marched into his life and he had to choose between the future and the past. So excited to read this book. This is my first Murakami book. I've learned a lot about Murakami. I really wanted to read. So the first book that I picked up from there is the Murakami. There were other books available, Men Without Women. I guess that's one, and the Kafka. But I picked this one. So okay, The Little Life. It's a sad book. I've been told, and it's a thick book. So I'm looking forward to read this book. I really wanted to read this book. It's Little Life, and this is like, the book is about, okay, the pages are stick together. You know, as a kid, when the book's pages used to stuck together in the school books, like, well, we used to separate them with the help of the scale. I don't know how many of you remember this part, separating books with the help of the scale, because I have done that as a student. Okay, this is the Little Life. So the book is about when four classmates from a small Massachusetts college move to New York to make their way. They are broke, adrift, and buoyed only by their friendship and ambition. There's a kind, handsome villain, an aspiring actor, JB, a quiet-witted, sometimes quill painter pursuing fame in the world. Malcolm, a frustrated architect at a prominent firm, with Don, brilliant, enigmatic Jude, who serves as the center of gravity. So the book is about the four friends move to a big city to pursue their dreams. Why this book is sad? We'll figure it out when we'll read. Now, I have done some crazy, stupid thing. Sorry. The thing is, I brought the entire Powerless series without even reading the first book. I feel that if I'm reading the first book, I have to get the second book. And I should know what happened. So I got Powerless by Lauren Roberts, the Powerless series. Everyone knows about this romantasy book. I think it's romantasy or fantasy or romantasy. I don't know. Whatever. So I brought this one. I got Powerful. I got Reckless. I got Fearless. So I've got the entire series. There's one more book that is missing in this one. I didn't got that one. It was not available there. That is the Fearful, the Powerful and the Fearful. So I have to buy the Fearful, and my series will be completed. And as I can see, this book is a little bit chipped, which I don't like about my books. But anyways, I've already brought it, so nothing can't be done. I should have checked it over there only. Anyways, that's done. So the books that I've brought from the Jaipur Sunday Book Market are the 4 books from the Powerless series, and Murakami, and Silent Patient. They all costed me 950, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, 950 all these costed. and I guess 950. I don't remember. Three. So actually, they were 500 for 3 books. So I got 1,000 rupees. I paid 1,000 rupees for 6 books, and I paid 250 for this book because this book was not under that same deal. So, but it was a good deal. Sunday Book Market, thank you so much. Now, this book that I told you, I brought it from the summit in the month of November. This summit was, yeah, there was a summit in Jaipur. And I don't know how many of you read such books or not, but this is the book written by Colonel Ajay K. Rana, sir, and it's the title is Unholy Jihad. He has one more book called as Unknown Gunman. I really wanted to buy that book, but that book was sold out on the very first day, and I got this book on the third day, and it was the last copy on the stall. And I was lucky to get it signed by him only. He was there. I have his pictures with me. I was really like thrilled. I listen. I have an interest in geopolitics. I don't know how many of you have interest in geopolitics, but I do have interest in geopolitics and national security. So this is my first book on national security or on geopolitics. You can say national security. This is basically on Colonel Ajay Rana Kesar has written 29 books, and currently he's writing one more book with Lieutenant General D.K. Pandey sir, which is not out yet, but I'm really looking forward to have it. The next book I really wanted to buy is Unknown Gunman. So I have to check. I want the signed copies. I think I have to contact Ajay sir on X. He's there on my X. He follows me on the X. So I'll message him. Sir, I want the signed copy. Really excited to read this book actually, and I'll review it. I'm really excited. So these are all the books that I have brought in last 2 months. Although I have brought few more books, but like they were way back. I brought. Okay, let me show you my 2 more books. I have 2 more books that I brought. First is the Song of Achilles or Achilles, written by Madeline Miller. I've heard like so much about this book. The book is about Greece in the age of heroes. Patroclus, an awkward young prince, has been exiled to the court of King Powerless and his perfect son, Achilles. Despite their differences, Achilles befriends the shamed prince, and as they grow into a young man skilled in the arts of war and medicine, their bond blossoms into something deeper: desire. The displeasure of Achilles' mother, Thetis, a cruel sea goddess. But when the word comes that Helen of Sparta has been kidnapped, Achilles must go to war in a distant Troy and fulfill his destiny. Torn between love and fear in his friend, Patroclus goes with him, little knowing that the years that follow will test everything the whole year. So the book is written by Madeline Miller. I heard so much about him. And of course, the book written by Sylvia Plath, that is Bell Jar. So this is the one more book written by Sylvia. I think this was the only book that she had written, and after that she passed away. So these are the total books that I brought. I'm really excited to read them. I haven't read any book in the month of November. The only book that I read in the month of November was The Daily Stoics by Ryan Holiday. And November was a busy month. So I'm looking forward to start with a new book. I'll see you in the next vlog or in the next video. By the time, please like, share and subscribe my channel, and I'm available on the Instagram. The Instagram handle ID is given in the description. Please do follow. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.